Hello everyone and welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. In a world that constantly tells you to care about what others think, what you don't have, and what you might lose, there's something powerful in learning the opposite. The art of not caring and letting go. Not out of coldness, not because nothing matters, but because not everything deserves your energy. The Stoics didn't teach indifference. They taught clarity, how to know what truly matters, and how to release the rest. When you let go of what weighs you down, judgment, noise, false urgency, you don't lose yourself, you find yourself. Today you'll discover 10 Stoic principles to help you detach from what doesn't serve you and return to what does. These are more than ideas, they're practices, timeless, practical, and powerful. Let's begin. Part 1. Control what's within, release what's without. The first lesson is the foundation of all Stoic thought. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. You can't control other people. You can't control the past. You can't even control what happens next. But you can control your attitude, your interpretation, your response. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of your stress doesn't come from what happens, but from how you resist it. Instead of fighting the weather, a delayed bus, or someone else's bad mood, pause. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, act with purpose. If no, release it with grace. Let it go, not because you don't care, but because your peace matters more than your grip on things you cannot change. The Stoics weren't passive, they were powerful. And power comes from knowing where to invest your energy. Not in everything, only in what's yours to shape. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. And it's how real freedom begins. Part 2. Embrace the present moment. Your power lives in one place, right now. The past is unchangeable, the future is unknowable, but this moment, this breath, is yours. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it with reason if you meet the present with strength. You can't be calm if you're always chasing, or reliving, or waiting. So practice presence. Notice the warmth of your tea, the weight of your body, the sound of your breath, the light falling on the wall, the feel of wind across your face. These aren't small things, they are anchors pulling you back to what's real. This isn't indulgence, it's alignment. When you return to the now, you return to life itself. Not to the imagined life in your head, but the real one unfolding beneath your feet. The Stoics weren't abstract thinkers. They were deeply practical. They knew peace doesn't come from escape. It comes from attention. And that attention is only possible when you choose to show up for your life as it is, right here, right now. Part 3. Accept change as nature's course. Change is not a threat, it's the nature of everything. People change, seasons shift, jobs are lost, loves fade, doors close. And that's not a flaw in the system, it is the system. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You don't have to love every change, but you do have to face it, honestly, because resisting change doesn't stop it, it only makes you suffer more. The Stoics remind us, you are not a fixed object. You are a living, breathing part of a greater flow. Even the stars shift, the tide comes in and goes. Your life will too. So when change arrives, don't panic. Pause, breathe, and say, this too is part of life. I'll grow through it. Let change refine you, not ruin you. It's not the end of your story, it's the turning of a page. Part 4. Detach from external validation. You are not your likes. You are not your status. You are not the version of you others project. We live in a world obsessed with approval. Every scroll, every post, every comment whispers, do they like me? Am I enough? But Epictetus warned, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. You can't build inner peace on someone else's opinion, because their opinion will always change. Detach from the applause. Detach from the judgment. Detach from the constant pressure to perform. Measure yourself by your own standards, your character, your growth, your effort. Validation that comes from within is the only kind that lasts. Everything else is noise, loud today, gone tomorrow. The Stoic doesn't ignore the world, but they don't let it define them. They move through the crowd, but they don't become the crowd. Because they know. The world's opinion is loud, but your soul's voice is wiser. And if you listen closely, it will always guide you back to who you truly are. Part 5. Recognize life's natural cycles. Everything that begins will one day end. This isn't cause for sadness, it's a call to live fully, right now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." We lose people, places, moments. But loss isn't failure, it's rhythm. Like waves returning to sea, like autumn leaves falling, not out of tragedy but design. The Stoics didn't run from this truth, they walked toward it, with eyes open. Because when you understand impermanence, you stop wasting time, you stop holding grudges, you stop postponing love, you start saying what matters while there's still time. Every chapter ends, but every ending shapes you. So hold your people close, but loosely. Appreciate the moment, but don't cling. Practice the art of graceful detachment, not to feel less, but to love better, deeper and freer. What comes will go, what stays will evolve, and through it all your strength will be in how lightly you carry even the heaviest things. Let go, not to escape, but to make space for what's real. Part 6. Seek growth in adversity. You weren't meant to live an easy life. You were meant to live a meaningful one. And meaning is often found in the hard places. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Life gives you challenges not to crush you, but to carve you. That frustrating coworker, that rejection letter, that unexpected illness, they're not punishments, they're pressure. And pressure is how diamonds are made. But only if you face it. Only if you learn from it. So when trouble shows up, pause and ask, what's this here to teach me? What part of me is being stretched, strengthened, awakened? Shift from why me to try me. The Stoic doesn't romanticize pain, but they don't resent it either. They understand suffering without reflection is waste, but suffering with intention, that's growth. You can't avoid life's difficulties. But you can choose your posture. Stand up, look challenge in the eye, and say, this will not break me, it will build me. Because every scar tells a story, not of defeat, but of becoming. Part 7. Cultivate inner riches. In a world that tells you more is better, the Stoic whispers something quieter, but far wiser. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." You can be rich in money and still poor in peace, surrounded by luxury, but empty inside. The Stoic redefines wealth. Wealth is presence. It's contentment. It's needing less and appreciating more. They ask, what fills your soul, not your closet? What do you own that wouldn't own you in return? A warm conversation, a walk under the sky, the ability to sleep at night without regret. These are riches. The modern world measures success by accumulation, but the Stoic measures it by detachment. So try this. Before you chase the next thing, ask, do I already have enough? Often, the answer is yes. We've just forgotten how to feel it. True abundance isn't having everything, it's knowing how little you truly need to feel alive. Part 8. Understand and accept fate. Some things happen outside your will, no matter how much you plan, no matter how hard you try. And that's not weakness in the universe, that's reality. Epictetus said, don't demand that things happen as you wish for them to happen as they do. This is amor fati, the Stoics' love of fate. It doesn't mean you love pain, it means you accept life without resistance. The flight gets cancelled, the job falls through. The person leaves. You could fight it, or you could meet it, head-on, open-hearted. The Stoic knows. Peace doesn't come from control, it comes from cooperation with reality. So what does that look like? It means showing up even when it's not fair. It means doing your part, then releasing the rest. It means trusting that life shapes you even when it hurts. You can still try, still strive, but let go of needing to win every battle. Because sometimes, peace is not in forcing the outcome, but in accepting the outcome as your next beginning. Part 9. Be of service to others. Stoicism isn't just about your mind, it's about your role in the world. Seneca wrote, "No one can live happily who has regard only for himself." You weren't made to walk alone, and your strength doesn't just serve you, it uplifts others. The Stoic sees themselves as part of a larger body, a single limb in humanity's great form. So what does service look like? It's helping without expecting, listening without interrupting, lifting someone up without posting about it later. In a world obsessed with self, the Stoic remembers the collective. You can still have goals, you can still protect your energy, but don't close yourself off. Kindness is not weakness, it's legacy. Give quietly. Show up for someone who's hurting. Speak honestly, not just nicely. Because in helping others, you expand yourself. You grow not just taller, but wider, deeper, stronger. And paradoxically, when you stop focusing only on your own happiness, that's often when it finally arrives. Part 10. Reflect, review, realign. Nyakanux. At the end of each day, the Stoic doesn't just move on. They pause. They ask, did I live with intention? Did I stay true to my values? Where did I lose myself and how can I return? Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Reflection is how the Stoic polishes the soul. It's not guilt. It's not perfectionism. It's clarity. Write in a journal. Rewind the day like a film. Celebrate where you were strong. Observe where you got pulled off course. And then reset. Because self-awareness without shame is the gateway to peace. It allows you to grow gently but steadily. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to notice your life. What you repeat becomes who you are. And the Stoic knows, a well-aligned day, no matter how small, builds a powerful life over time. So before you sleep, reflect. And each morning, begin again, with calm, clarity and courage. Conclusion. Letting go is coming home. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's not abandoning the world, it's reclaiming your place in it. These 10 Stoic principles are more than ideas. They are practices. They're ways of being in a chaotic world, without being consumed by it. Let go of the noise. Let go of the urge to control. Let go of who the world told you to be, and return to the only place that's ever been yours, right here, right now, inside yourself. Let go not because you don't care, but because you finally understand what's worth caring about. The Stoics didn't reject life, they accepted it, deeply, wisely, and with full attention. And so can you. One breath, one decision, one principle at a time. So today, as you walk back into your life, do it a little lighter, a little clearer, a little more awake. Let go and live free. If this video gave you clarity, calm, or even just one breath of peace, like it, share your reflections, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today. We're here to help you live with strength, presence, and purpose, one principle at a time.